There are 56 of these officers in Saskatchewan. The province wants 100 more in the next 5 years and 90 by July 1st. It costs $3,400 to train one officer.
The party is using a preferential ballot system. Eligible voters number their candidates by preference on their ballot, 1 through 6. The total number of first choices is read in ballot 1. If none of the candidates receive at least 50% plus one vote, then a second ballot is tallied.
12% of inmates test positive for drugs at any given time. Almost half are for marijuana use, 19% for... The latest statistics on inmates' deaths date back to 2014. 2 inmates died that year by overdose. More died by suicide and homicide.
Ward 5, called Holliston Greystone Heights, runs along the river, borders just past Circle Drive to the south, and towards the city limits on the west and north side.
The average Canadian checks their smartphone about 6 times an hour. That's once every 10 minutes, and an average of 100 times a day.
Paramedics have the highest post-traumatic stress disorder and suicide rates among all first responders. More than 25% are diagnosed with PTSD. And since 2015, 3 paramedics in Saskatchewan committed suicide. That's according to the Temaconter Memorial Trust, a site created by a former paramedic who suffered from PTSD after attending a murder scene.
The Saskatoon Health Region has seen a 65% increase in testing rates over the past 5 years. They say 3% of those tests are positive. But what does this drug do to our bodies? A single dose of meth gets our heart racing. Our blood vessels constrict and increase blood flow to the brain. It's here where our body releases dopamine, the chemical that gives us extreme pleasure. The pleasure we get from meth is 3 times greater than the feeling you get from cocaine and 5 times greater than a rush from morphine. That may be why rehab centers are overloaded with meth users.